keeping him honest, though, it's some other recent statements that are really causing controversy, namely because the candidate is denying he even said what he appears to be saying. It happened at a campaign stop in Iowa on Sunday. Listen.
I don't want to make people's lives better by giving them somebody else's money. I want to give them the opportunity to go out and earn the money.
Well, the next day, CBS's Scott Pelley asked him about that.
You said that you don't want to make black people's lives better by giving them somebody else's money. Why did you say that?
I've seen that quote. I haven't seen the context in which that was made. Yesterday I talked, for example, about a movie called Waiting for Superman, which was about black children. And so I don't know whether it was in response, and I was talking about that. So let me just say, no matter what, I want to make every lives better. I don't want anybody. And I think if you look at what I've been saying, I've been pretty clear about my concern for dependency in this country and concern for people not being more dependent on government, whatever their race or ethnicity is.
That's Rick Santorum Monday, suggesting the problem might have been a lack of context. So to help you decide whether or not he was implying African Americans are being supported by everyone else, we found a longer version of his remarks. Listen.
It just keeps expanding. I was in Indianola a few months ago, and I was talking to someone who works at the Department of Public Welfare here, and she told me that the state of Iowa is going to get fined if they don't sign up more people onto the Medicaid program. They're just pushing harder and harder to get more and more of you dependent upon them so they can get your vote. That's what the bottom line is. I don't want to make people's lives better by giving them somebody else's money. I want to give them the opportunity to go out and earn the money.
Well, it seems clear the subject is welfare dependency, and the dependent people he's talking about are African American. But now Senator Santorum, after explaining his remarks as if they were in fact racial, isn't saying nope. He wasn't even. Well, he's saying he wasn't even talking about African Americans. That the word black never actually passed his lips. That's what he's saying now. Listen.
I looked at the video, and I don't. In fact, I'm pretty confident I didn't say black. What I think, I started to say a word and sort of mumbled it and changed my thought. But I don't recall saying black. No one in that audience, no one listening, no reporter there heard me say that. I think it was, and from everything I see, and I've looked at it several times, I was starting to say one word, and I sort of came up with a different word and moved on, and it sounded like black.
Well, the question is, do you buy that? You've already heard.
You said, quote, I don't want to make black people's lives better by giving them somebody else's money, when you were talking about welfare. And the point you were trying to make, because I want to be fair to you tonight, is that, look, we got to get away from this entitlement society. We got to get people back to work and give them an incentive rather than giving them a reason not to work. But you threw in black people when most of the people, as you know, on welfare are white people. You think that's going to be a problem?
No, it's not going to be a problem. First off, the overall point that you made is exactly correct. And I was talking about not just in that quote, but throughout the course of my conversation. I looked at that, and I didn't say that. If you look at it, what I started to say is a word and then sort of changed, and it sort of came out. And people said I said black. I didn't. No one in that audience, and I've talked to a lot of people.
We looked at it, and it is a little blurry.
I looked at it very closely. It is.
I'm going to take you on your word.
I don't use, first off, I don't.
We have an opportunity here in America in this election to stand up for working men and women in manufacturing and energy, create jobs from the bottom up, as the Wall Street Journal called our plan, supply-side economics for the working man, to go out here in states like Michigan, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, to go across this country and talk to minority communities, not about giving them more food stamps and government dependency, but about creating jobs that they can participate in and rise in society. Go out here in states like Michigan, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, to go across this country and talk to minority communities, not about giving them more food stamps and government dependency, but about creating jobs that they can participate in and rise in society. We know the candidate Barack Obama, what he was like. The anti-war government, America was a source for. Oh, we know the candidate Barack Obama, what he was like. The anti-war government, America was a source for.